squad from Conference USA, the Liberty Flames. Taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Flames will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hilltoppers offense takes the field. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important to get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. To make plays, the running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run it. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass. So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass on 2nd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Hilltoppers decide to punt it away. Looks as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Flames offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And a part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
And the Flames trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And this offense comes out 1st down, tries to run the football, no answer. 2nd down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with 2 great plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Flames will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and look for room. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one, and this offense within striking distance. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Grab near the marker. It's Gilbert. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Hilltoppers headed quickly to the line. Now from inside the red zone. Gets it out fast. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Red pass, it's complete. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. A great catch and run for 6. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
And it's nice to have those big tight ends down here in the red zone because they're such big targets, but they can block, or you just slip them out, find a little hole in the defense, feature them, throw it up, let them go get it. Nice job by the tight end with the catch and the touchdown.
Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Topper. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
Fielded in the end zone, it's DeMarco. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement. Oh, he's got some space. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Right back to the well. Gets it past the first down marker and still running.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
He's brought down to the 49. That is well short of the first down. And the Flames line up to punt it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to let it go. He's got it on the left. Wide open spaces. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We've come to the break. It's Western Kentucky holding the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period, first down here. To the air on first down. Get it out on the screen. Turning it on. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And the Hilltoppers want to pick up the tempo. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Using the quick game. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, WKU. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Penn State is ahead early at Happy Valley, but that's not exactly Saquon out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Ohio State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give to the tailback. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The Flames come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Breaks into the open. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution, picking up not only the one, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Liberty. It's a much-needed line from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Now the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Going deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Hilltoppers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Flames with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Flames will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Off the boot, looking for his man. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Hilltoppers come to the line in the hurry-up. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Quickly complete. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to set up the screen. There he goes. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he's got it! Touchdown, Hilltoppers! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup, but I got the size, I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with the score.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
At the 22-yard line. Brings up fourth down.
And the Flames will try to pin them back with the punt.
To kick it away.
Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He uncorks one deep. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
The Hilltoppers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Here's the pressure. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, this defense has played so... This offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little bit.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The Flames teams will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference, defense.
They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. So that penalty will give this offense a little boost. Here comes 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Extending the play. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. And the Hilltoppers moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw again. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Still running at the 40. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. Slithers into space. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end now in motion. He's got it again. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And they weren't able to get him in the middle. They put on the heat and they blocked it. Scoops it up and he's into the open down the middle. The 30, the 20. No one there to stop him except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Flames! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
On the run from inside his own 5.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
Runs into a wall. They'll give him 1 out to the 8.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Hilltoppers will call on their punt team. Corrals it at the 45. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The give on the option. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They believe they can run right here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. They'll go to the counter. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And the Hilltoppers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. The Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back has it.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the Hilltoppers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Makes a connection. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. He'll pull it on the read. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They fake it, and he's on the run. And they thought they could pull off the surprise. Well, the surprise was on them. A stop. Boy, you look smart when it works out, but when it goes awry, you are left to second-guess yourself. The give to the back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. Sets up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Campbell. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Leaves it with the running back. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Flames will hustle to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Pocket breaking down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it in the middle, it's Campbell. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Quickly complete. Turning it up. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Liberty.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody